end this here. Okay. Okay, so branding is the promise you make to your customer. And when I say that, it's because when they come across your profile, your name or whatever, is, what do your profile represent? Like, what is it showing your customer? Like, you go to Walmart or Kroger's or whatever the local grocery store is, that's a grocery store. So you want your client to know that you are a freelancer, you are a VA, and you can solve their problems. To discover your unique brand personality, you will tell the story of your business. It'll tell the client what they can expect from you. It sets you aside from your competition. When deciding on your brand, you're stating what you want to be known for as an entrepreneur and freelancer. So when you create that logo, a person just see the logo, they know it's you. That's what you want to create, and so that you're getting more popular. And that's that trust word. People are starting to trust you. It's easy for them to trust you because they're seeing this logo everywhere. And with the internet and reviews and things like that, they know if they're still seeing this, she must really know what she's doing, or he may really know what he's doing. So brand elements will include a business name, logo, colors, fonts, images. These are things that you want to tie in with who you are, your brand, and the services that you provide. What you're known for. So you want your brand to state, they look at it, are you low cost or high value? Are you innovative? Are you reliable and timeless? Are you high end and high quality? Are you fun and trendy? Are you professional? You have to decide on your unique brand personality and make that come out in your colors that you choose, the name that you choose, the logo that you choose. And Canva is the designing tool for non-designers. Canva has so many different templates that you can use to create logos and to create your branding board, meaning so that you'll have your fonts and colors and images all in one place. So when you do get to that point that you're ready to start a website, you can just send this branding board over to your web designer to make it easier for them to see, what's related to your brand, what fonts do you use and what colors, and, to make it easier to create that. Name your business. You can choose a fun name, professional name, or you can choose the self-brand. It's just, what do you want to be known for? You're choosing a fun name, and see, I always suggest people pull out a sheet of paper and just start writing down things that come to mind when you think of a freelancer or a VA, and the services that you're going to provide. What comes to mind when you think of that? And just start writing down words and pairing them up. A couple examples that I provided from when I first did this exercise myself when I first started, was virtual space, assistant your way, your virtual assistant. And that just came from, the words that I wrote down that came to mind when I thought about a virtual assistant. You're choosing a professional name. This is more if you're going to just niche down and work specifically with someone professional, like a lawyer or real estate agent, then choose a more professional name. Some examples of that could be your professional assistant, virtual support, committed assistant. It's telling them exactly what you do. You want a self-brand, use your name. I use Tori and Company. I self-branded because I knew from the beginning that I was not only going to be a VA for the rest of my time. I wanted to implement other things so that I didn't have to change my name later. I just chose to self-brand. And then if you're self-branding, that's a good idea. If you know that, okay, I'm just starting out as a general VA or general freelancer, but in time, I want to either create courses, or I want to be a coach eventually, or I'm going to do some social media management, or whatever that is, then self-branding would be a good idea for you. That way you're not locking your name into one niche, one service. You're not locking your business name. So that, have you guys got that far yet? Have anyone thought about choosing a business name or a brand and colors and all of that? Have we got that far? And we can use the you can use the reactions at the bottom of your screen to raise your hand when I ask questions, just to make it a little easier. But that's definitely a good way to show professionalism, is by choosing these things and setting yourself up and creating that Facebook business page if you're not going to create a website at first. And again, you do not need a website to start. Facebook business pages are free, and they contain just about the same information that a website would contain. And Facebook is expanding and giving so many different options. You can pay for services on Facebook and everything now. So they are really, trying to keep up with their competition, their competitors, but it's free, and who can beat free? I still use my Facebook business page till this day. If I have to, there's nothing wrong with it, because especially if you're searching people out, potential clients on Facebook, if you're in these groups and you're searching out potential clients, you definitely want to have a Facebook business page, because like I said a little bit ago, people are going to, anytime you engage with somebody, make a comment, they're going to click on your profile to see who you are. And if you're telling them that you're a freelancer or a VA, you don't want them going to your personal profile and seeing pictures of your kids and what you ate last night and all of that, because that don't really solve their problem, and they're not really interested in that. They're interested in if you can solve their problem. So you want to make sure you're taking them somewhere where you got some information where they can see who you are, what services that you provide, and if they're ready to hire you, they can click on a message to, get you on a call so you can land that client. So as for branding, business names, and all of that, do we have any questions thus far? So I know we use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a nice platform. It's a professional platform. And the reason why I say it's a professional platform, because it's, in my opinion, Facebook for business. LinkedIn is one of the only social media platforms that a lot of companies allow on their web servers. They block Instagram, Facebook, and all that, but LinkedIn isn't blocked. So majority of the time when people are on LinkedIn, it's Monday through Friday during business hours, because this is when they can get on at work. And they're looking for, I guess, a new job. But no, they're looking for clients and things like that. But now LinkedIn, you can conversate and post and join groups and everything just like Facebook. But it's more geared to the professional side of things, which is a good thing, because on Facebook, you run into all types of things. LinkedIn, this specifically for people that's either looking for a job or have a job, putting job offers up. So let's take a look at LinkedIn, give you a couple tips to optimize your profile. And again, in our mentorship, we go through LinkedIn, we brand your profile as we would with a Facebook business page. Because on LinkedIn, that is your form of advertisement and making it easier for your client to look you up. So let's see. We are going to share. Can everyone see my screen? All right. So LinkedIn. First thing I want to tell you, you go to home, click on your name, and see this little pencil? No one really does this because this is the thing I find that's missed a lot, especially when you're searching for clients. Go down to websites. Put your Facebook business page link in your website and link text to your website. So, meaning use some keywords. So, because when you want your profile to be put in front of people on LinkedIn, people that are looking for whatever service that you provide. So instead of just putting touring company, because no one's looking for touring company on LinkedIn, they're looking for the help that they need. I put social media. So because when people type in social media manager or whatever they will need pertaining to their social media, they're going to use the word social media when they type it in the search bar. So those keywords is going to put my profile in their results when they do their search. That's one tip. That's why the Facebook business page can be used as the website. And I have never had a problem yet. Anywhere that requires a website link, you can use your Facebook business page link as your website link, and it works just fine. So after you put that information in there and you save, it'll show up right here. So when a person come across your profile, they're going to see, oh, touring company. Oh, they deal in social media management. Let me see. And they're going to click on it, and it's going to take them to your Facebook business page. And then they're going to find the information that they need if you optimize your profile correctly. And that's another thing we do in mentorship is we optimize it to get that ideal client. So when they see it, they see exactly what they came for. They're seeing that you solved their problem somehow, some way. Also, when searching on LinkedIn. So when we're searching on LinkedIn, go to people, all filters. Use this over here. You want to select your connections second. What that is, it puts you in front of your connections. So it puts you in front of your friends' friends, even though you may not be connected with them. You can choose location. I usually choose the United States, United Kingdom, and Canada. But whatever your preference is, you can select that. And then you can fill out this if you are truly specific to the client that you want. But I usually just come on down the title. And this is where your ideal client would go, the title of the ideal client that you guys are wanting to provide services to. So for me, I would put, let's say I would put entrepreneurs. And you can put a couple titles. So if you're going to use more than one title, you want to put "or" in all caps because it will actually cipher out "or" instead of the whatever the two titles is. Like, so if I put or founder. So it will, with the capital "or," don't know why it do it like this, but with the all caps "or," it'll do either or. If you just put "or" lowercase, they will search out connections that have both of those titles in the name. And that's not always the case. So that's why you want to use all caps for "or," so it can look for either or for your connections. Show results. And I would just go through the list and seeing who do I feel I might want to work with, and start connecting with people, building your connections up. So I haven't been on here in a while, but usually I'll try to I went hard when I first started. I would try to connect with 50 people a day, but you could try, connect with 10 people a day, see who respond. You do that for 2 weeks, that's 140 connections. The more connections you build, the more people your profile is going in front of. And this is a good way to read their profile, and if they're needing service, do your research. Go through their profile. They're going to have their websites linked. They're going to have every way to contact them. They're going to have links, social media and everything. So you're going to want to do your research. You're going to want to go look at their social medias. You're going to want to look at their website. You're going to want to get to know this person that you want to provide service with. Service to. So when you're pitching this person, you're making it personal. You're pitching them and you're telling them, listen, whatever you tell them. I liked your website. I liked your last blog on blase. Whatever it is that they do, you just want them to feel that you go above and beyond. You can be trusted and you are really interested in this position. That is the first way to stand out. And then take it a step further. Before you actually contact them or pitch them, find a way to show value first with no strings attached. This sets you aside from everyone else that's applying for this position. So say you're looking for a social media management job and you found a potential client that is looking for, they need a social media manager. And you're like, bam, I want to apply to this. Do your research, go through there, see what their posting style is like, what products is they offering or what services they're offering. And, just gather all the information that you can. Yeah, it may take a little bit of time, but it will be worth it because then you can think like, okay, how can I show value? Create them a Instagram post, with no strings attached, like I said, and send it with your resume and be like, yeah, I see that you like posting lilies. I thought I'd create this for you, just in appreciation for you taking the time out to read my resume or go through my portfolio. So many business owners have told me in the past that they don't get that a lot. What they get is a person either responding that, hey, I'm a VA, I can help you, or they'll send them their link to their website or whatever, their Facebook page or whatever. And that's what everybody else is doing. So when you actually do something different, it catches that client's attention and it tells them that you're willing to go above and beyond to get the job done. And they want that. They want somebody that they don't have to worry about and that they know it's going to get done and it's going to get done right. So that's just a little optimization tips for your LinkedIn to help you search out some connections better, to start searching out social media management jobs, virtual assistant jobs, whatever your niche is. Like I said, LinkedIn has grown over the years, and now it's really like the go-to platform from what I've been hearing over the last couple of weeks, where a lot of people are getting their clients from. Like it's the go-to platform. So definitely, if you don't have a LinkedIn, create you a profile, brand that profile, optimize that profile so that specific people are seeing your profile that you want to see your profile. And look at other people that's in your industry, in your niche. Look at how they have their stuff set up. There's nothing wrong with that. Just check it out. You never know. You can create strategies off of that, especially when you're new. It just gives you a sense of idea how things should be set up or could be set up, for lack of a better term. We are definitely with landing clients. That is always the goal. The goal is always to land a client. I want you ladies to think about okay, I can land this client, but how am I going to serve this client so I can keep this client? You know, that is important too. How you represent yourself and how you present yourself is important as well, because social media management is a high-end service. But I see so many people that's getting paid little or nothing to do it. Well, present yourself as a professional and state your terms. A lot of times people don't know how to package their services, or they don't know how to price it. So I'm going to give you a little example of some pricing structures, because there are 4 pricing structures as a VA that you can use to offer your services. So before we go into actually packaging the services, let's talk a little bit about different services, since we do have some brand new people here. So once again, I'm going to share my screen. So different services that you can offer, guys, it's endless. It's endless. Just think about any time that you have worked for somebody and you performed a job. You can offer those services and skills that you gain in that job as a freelancer. There's always someone that needs those services outside of big corporations, because small business owners and entrepreneurs, they are growing their businesses to become these big corporations. So they still need those services. They just don't have a big team. So these is what you call time-consuming services for small business. I mean, time-consuming tasks for small business owners. So we can do a number of things, but starting out as a new VA, usually services that are offered are data entry, appointment confirmations, calendar management, which can be done in their Calendly, Acuity, Google, their Gmail, you know, and data entry. A lot of times I've experienced with clients, when they hire a VA for data entry, they already have a system that they're willing to train you on to enter their data. But if it comes a point where they want you to create a system, you can use Google Docs or Google Sheets. It's free, you know, or you guys can just brainstorm and go over some different platforms that would best suit the service that they need you to complete. Social media management and group management. That, like I said, that's a big one. Especially, that's what's trending. People need social media management. They want their brand in front of people. They want to get more clients. So they are definitely looking for social media management. So when you present it, you can just tell them, you know, well, we can post 3 to 5 times daily, or create a social media schedule with them. Tell them you respond to messages. You know, this is a way to present yourself as a social media manager, just to give them an idea overall the service that you will perform for them. Email management, a lot of people don't know, but help Scout, you could present this to your client. Say your client has several different emails and they want them all managed. Well, instead of you going to each different each different platform to check their email, there's a platform called Help Scout. And you can integrate all your emails into one place, so that you just go to one place to check each individual email, and it keeps all the emails separate. But the purpose of this is to save time and also help so you don't forget, because all of your email addresses are on one platform, whether it's through Google, Outlook, whoever you're using, you can use the one platform to check all of them. Canvas services. So you can offer Canvas services because you got coaches, you got bloggers and podcasters that sometimes they want to create ebooks, or they need you to do graphics, social media graphics. Like, again, Canva is the design tool for the non-designer. I am not a web designer. So yes, I use Canva, and it's just as good, And also Canva, you can make brand boards for yourself and for your client. You will come across clients that need the same exact services that you're needing right now. You need to create a brand board. You're going to find clients that are just starting and will need a brand board. So that's why I say you're your first client. You create your brand board. There's another skill or service that you can offer when you're pitching your clients, or you're making your portfolio, or putting this on your Facebook business page, or whatever. Reverse engineer. So what I mean by reverse engineer is, for example, let me show you. Let's go to Google. Say, how to start a podcast. So you Google how to start a podcast. Find you a list. Google will give you a list of how to start a podcast. Go through the list and find things that you can offer as a service that you're comfortable with doing to business owners that maybe want to start a podcast. So instead of you looking this up to actually start the podcast, the reverse engineering is you're looking up to see what skills or services is needed for a person that wants to start a podcast, and how can I offer that service to help my potential client. So that would be, and you can do that with anything that you can think of, like how to start a YouTube channel. See what the list is, and whatever they give you, offer, you could offer creating a podcast. You could offer your client that you will outline their episodes. You'll do their show notes. I mean, things like that, which is just an example. But that's what I mean by reverse engineering. And what is your niche? When you're first starting, so that you're not overwhelming yourself, really decide, like, what specific services do I want to offer right now? And who do I want to offer them to? So if you're niching down by service, then you could be specific and be like, I am a Pinterest manager. Or if you're niching down by industry, you could say, I'm a VA for bloggers. I'm a VA for real estate agents. You're niching down, you can niche all the way down by service and industry and be real specific and be like, I'm a content creator for bloggers, so you're focusing on just that ideal audience, bloggers that's looking for content creators. It's faster. It's better just to be open to general services, to any niche in the beginning, so that you can find what works for you, what you like to do. Because again, you don't want to get stuck in a system that you really don't like to do. You're just doing it because you need a couple dollars, because that defeats the purpose of becoming a freelancer. You became a freelancer so that you could do things that you enjoy and be able to maintain your family. So I know everyone's had those jobs where the alarm go off and you keep hitting snooze because you don't want to go to work because you really ain't feeling it. So when you're creating your own business, you want to create that business of things that you truly like to do. So it ain't so much like work, because you're doing what you enjoy. Deciding on your services. So we've talked about that already a little bit. And all I did was created just a list of a couple more services that can be offered that we don't always think about when we're just starting as a new VA, that probably you have done in the past, or done for someone else, or done for yourself. Have you booked travel arrangements for yourself? Bam, you got experience then. You see where I'm coming from? Pricing your packages. You want to keep in mind how many hours you have or how many hours you will spend on a certain service. Time needed for running your business. When you're packaging your services and pricing your services, keep these things in mind. Like, and when I say time needed, taxes, if you're required to pay taxes as a freelancer in your area, we are. Operating expenses, meaning like for you to do the job to the way that you feel comfortable, you may have to get a monthly subscription to Canva or Trello or ClickUp or whatever. Is that required to start? No, but you will come as you go on your journey, you will come across these platforms that may make your job just a little bit easier for you to serve your client. And sometimes there are costs with that. So when you're pricing your services, keep that in mind so that you're not just breaking even. You're getting paid a job, but all the money going to your platform fees and things like that. Keep in mind of your profit and paying yourself. When you're a freelancer, you want to make sure that you still got some money left over to pay yourself. And then it's never too late. It's never too early, guys. It's never too early to get clients. It's never too early to start telling people that about your journey, about your venture. Like, you can tell friends, family, other business owners, or you go places and see a place just opened up. Talk to them. Be like, hey, I see you just opened up. You need a social media manager? You want to get your brand in front of people? I do it all the time. I know it sounds crazy, but putting yourself out there, because you just never know what people need unless you ask, honestly. And like I said, you're in control of your flow. So you got to be creative and come up with ways to generate that revenue. And this is just a personal outreach template that I want to provide to people, and you can customize it however, so it'll sound like you. It's just to get those creative juices flowing when you want to reach out to somebody about what you're doing and your services to try to potentially get them as a client. I created quite a few templates for just about any situation that you would run into in the VA on how to approach that situation with a template through email or in person. As a freelancer, as a VA, marketing is the most important part of your business. Because if you don't market, you don't get clients. You're going to find yourself spending a majority of your time marketing, telling people who you are and the problem that you solve to attract clients. So it's definitely going to take a big portion of your time. And I found to block out times in my day where I just market. Nothing else but market, letting people know who Tori and Company is and the service that we provide. My thing is value first marketing. And I say this because it's a lot of competition out there, guys. So you want to stand out. And that value first marketing is going above and beyond, trying to find a way to show these people that you are the perfect choice. So whether that it's a blogger, you come up with 5 to 10 blogging titles for them and send it to them, no strings attached. Create social medias, like I said before, or simply make a Loom video or a video telling this person about yourself, what service you provide, how you're going to solve their problem. That also catches people's attention. They're seeing your personality, and they're not getting a lot of videos where people are telling them that they're going to solve their problem. So they're going to watch it. Now, I suggest you keep the video under 3 minutes, because you don't want to have a long 15, 20-minute video. Because again, remember, your business owners, they are busy, but you want them to see like who you are. So if you get to that point where you can push yourself outside of your comfort zone, I definitely suggest trying to do outreach with video sometime. You'll be surprised. So yes, I know, I'm sorry, this is a master class. So I do got homework for you. I want you ladies in your spare time, I want you to just create some ways that you can show value to your ideal customer or your ideal client. And just brainstorm, brain dump, start writing ideas down so that you can start creating you a strategy when you're outreaching to your potential client and your ideal client. Organize your leads. Anytime you get a lead, have some kind of organization system for them. Keep them, I don't care if they say no. Keep your leads organized and in a place, because 3-4 months from now, the person said no, or they already got somebody, I still follow up. You never know, a person to change their mind. That person may not have worked out that they hired. They said they had someone, or they're realizing, yeah, I really do need a VA. I've had an instance where a person, I had followed up like 4 months later, and she was like, I could not remember your name, but I have been trying to find you. I do want to use your service. So, things like that is good, for following up. So that's why I say keep them organized. And you can use a simple spreadsheet, a Google sheet, a Google Doc, an Excel sheet. Or if you are familiar with Trello has a free version. You can use Trello, ClickUp, Dubsaddle, anything like that. It's just good to start keeping your leads organized from the start. So packaging your services. Again, consider how much time you're going to spend, what your hourly rate is going to be, what services you're going to offer. There are 4 different pricing structures that you can use as a virtual assistant or freelancer. And I am going to show you an example of each one of them. So usable hours is one. What usable hours are is a client will buy a block of hours from you and they use them whenever they need them. It's not for a specific thing in that moment. It's just whenever they need them, if you choose to go with that pricing structure. I would definitely clarify that they do expire in a certain amount of time so that you are not overwhelming yourself as you're growing. Because if you just have hours hanging out there, next thing you know, you're growing, you're totally booked out, but you didn't have hours from 4 months ago. So here come this client talking about, I want to use all 50 of my hours this month. And you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't think about that. But a way to set it up is I just did something simple. General administrative services, 10-hour block for $3.99. What you get is a dedicated virtual assistant when you need one, 24 to 48 hour turnaround, email, phone, and Skype support, and then hours expire. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a good idea to, even if you know that you'll be able to answer that email right away, still give yourself some time because you just never know. And it's always good to under promise. I say under promise because you don't want to promise that you'll do all these things and they catch you on that one day where the toilet clogged, the kids is running crazy. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? So you can't answer them right away. And they're like, well, you told me that you would answer me right away. So if you under promise but over deliver, that also show them like, wow, this guy is a rock star. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. We also have the hourly rate example. I just package it simple. I will tell them the services, the virtual assistant services or whatever service I'm going to provide. I list these services. And when you're doing hourly, my suggestion is to list each service that you're going to perform for them or service that you're going to provide for them. Because when they see it written out, everything that you're going to do, it makes the hourly rate easier to swallow, if that makes sense. So, and then you would build monthly at $30 an hour or whatever your price is. Now, over here in the US, VAs start at about $30 an hour for general admin. It's so many times where I hear people say that they're only getting paid little amounts of money. But guys, you got to really do not be scared to charge what you're worth, because you are spending your time to solve this problem. This is your time. Time is something that you do not get back. And as a VA freelancer, we all know that you may sell a 10-hour block, but because you want to make sure you are doing the best job possible, you're going to use more hours than what you charge them for, because you're going to be doing research and you're going to make sure that it is perfect. So just in reality, don't be afraid to charge your worth. And that's where you look into your field and see what other people are charging, so that if that makes you feel more comfortable. But the starting rate over here for VA and general admin is $30 an hour. Now, you will get those clients. They know, because clients know. I don't care what they say, because they've already did their research on what a VA is, what the price is being charged, and they didn't see prices way more than $30. I guarantee you that. But what they want to see is what you know about what you offer it. So if you go to them and be like, okay, I'll do this, and that for $10 an hour, they ain't gonna argue with you. But you want to make sure you're getting your value, because $10 an hour, really, for everything that you're going to be doing. And again, keep in mind that even the hours that you tell them you're going to work for them, the 10 hours, you're probably going to do 20, because you're going to do your own research to make sure that it's right. I just wanted to reiterate that. Project-based pricing examples is another pricing tier. That usually would be like website development or something like that. This is a one and done type thing, to where it's a done pay by project, pay half up front as a deposit, and then the remainder once the project is complete. And I would just set it up in my package, just a little something, just to tell them what it is that I'm going to be doing for them, list out the things that's included in that, the services that I'm going to provide, whether it's a free theme, Google Analytics setup, setup for plugins, just list everything out and let them know it's a one-time payment of $1,200. Be however you choose. You can either, my suggestion is definitely get a deposit up front. I would get half of that up front before I start the job. Then when the project is complete, get the remainder for sure. Retainer pricing. So this is the pricing that I prefer, and this is why. Retainer pricing usually it gives your client choices, for one. And usually you want to create like 3 packages, 3 different hour structures for them to choose from, 3 different prices, and then list out the services that you're going to perform in each one of these packages. But the overall price of package 1, I found in my journey that it's easier for me to sell my package price versus my hourly rate. It seems like when a person sees your hourly rate, they don't even always look to see what it is you're serving, they just think, oh my God, that's too much. But when you do a package service, and so you would just add up the hours that you're going to charge. I mean, the hours that you're going to give them. So if it's 10 hours a month, multiply that by your hourly rate and put it into a package price for them. So the price they're getting, you list all your services out, and it's likely they're like, oh, I'm getting all of this for $400 a month. They're not even thinking that they're paying $40 an hour. It's a mind thing. It's just, in my experience, it's just been much easier to package the services and sell them in packages versus hourly rates. But that's just in my experience, and that's my suggestion. Also, if you do your tiers and you got 15, 10, and 20 hours, say your client go over your hours, make sure you put a disclaimer in there to let them know. Be clear and transparent with them. If you go over your hours, you will be billed at X amount of dollars or bump to the next package tier if that's what you choose to do for them. Also, be very clear if you're going to have a use it or lose it type model. With my packages and my packaging and my retainer pricing, I do have a use it or lose it. My clients' hours do not roll over because I have other clients, and then I still outreach for clients. So next month I may have 12 clients. I don't want hours hanging over from last month that will affect me serving my next month clients. And then it also, retainer pricing for me also helps me to see that I have income coming in monthly. I know without a shadow of a doubt, my client wants to use my services, and he's going to pay $400 a month for me to do whatever general admin for him. And I know for a fact that I got that $400 coming every month because, this is the package that he chose. It just helps me in balancing my books, keeping my expenses, and watching my revenue grow, keeping track of my revenue. So that is also something that we go over with you, is pricing your packages, listing out your services, helping you to really optimize all of that in a resume or a portfolio, whichever you choose to use to outreach your client. So before we go any further, we've said a lot, we went through a lot. Do we have any questions? I know we got some questions. Let's take a couple questions before we go on, if there are any. Okay, no questions? Okay, so I wanted you guys to really ask questions so that we can really focus on your needs. That is the purpose of our webinars and our trainings. We don't just want to throw out a bunch of information that you don't need. We want to focus on what you need to grow. Now, this is a judgment-free zone. We've all been there. We've all been at the starting point. Trust and believe that. And if you have a question, do not be afraid to ask it, because I can guarantee you no question is a dumb question. And it's probably 3 other people that want to ask that same question, but just scared to ask it. But if you truly, no matter what it is, this is the only way you're going to grow. You won't know if you don't ask. You got to ask questions. This is how you grow. This is how we support. We help you where you're at. Everyone is in a different space or different place with their journey. Okay, can we make the service package for weekly pay aside from monthly? Is it appealing to the client? You can do, again, this is your service. You can do whatever you want to do. And sometimes it's not appealing. It's appealing. It cannot, and it can work. It could be a pro and a con to it. I haven't had a client have an issue. If that's how you want to be paid, they usually respect that. So yes, you can definitely make a package for weekly pay if that's how you want to do it. You customize your packages to your liking, to what benefits you. That's why you're the business owner. So definitely, yes, if that's what you want to do, I don't see them having a problem with it. As long as you're solving their problem, I don't see it being a problem at all. Thank you. That was a good question. So while you ladies are thinking of your questions, because I know you have questions, let me tell you, when I started out, my first webinars, I had a lot of questions, but I was so nervous and I was scared to ask questions because it was like, I felt like it might have been a dumb question, or because other people were in a different part of their journey. So I just didn't have a lot of confidence when I started. But I had to truly push myself outside my comfort zone and know that, this is about me and what I need, and caring about what somebody else thinks. That's not gonna, grow your business. You truly do have to get comfortable with seeking out the information that you need to grow your business. I want to talk a little bit about the mentorship program while you guys are gathering your questions, because I do want to make that a priority for this masterclass, is getting your questions answered. And I'll keep saying that because, again, we're all on a different journey. What can we do to support you, to help you grow? What's holding you back? What is it that so if you don't have any questions, and everybody on here must have clients already, is all I'm saying. Like, if you don't have clients yet, you got some questions, let's get them, and let's get to the bottom of it and get them answered so that you can land that client. Because that's the goal. We want to land clients. So we're going to talk a little bit about the mentorship program. And let me share my screen once again. So our mentorship program, we are dedicating our time to help you land a client, especially with social media management. We will offer to help show you how to decide what platforms will be best for your potential client. You're going to come across clients that don't have any platform set up yet, and they're going to need you to do that. So you're going to need to know how to instruct them or advise them which ones are better for their service or product and why. We help you with that. We help you figure out what are your expectations, or to communicate that with your client to figure out what are their expectations for their social media platform. What are your goals? How you will present and receive feedback from your client. We help you with that process, because that is a process. You got to know, how is your client going to hand tasks off to you? How are you guys going to communicate? Are you going to have a weekly follow-up call just to let your client know where you're at in the process? How is this process going to look? We help you with that. We help you with content planning and scheduling so that you can advise your client. Again, I'm going to say it again. You are your own first client. So we will do all of these things with you so that you're getting hands-on experience with your own platforms and profiles, so that you can offer this as a service to your clients. Batching content, creating graphics, hashtag and keyword research, definitely a big one. That is a big one with social media management. because a lot of, like I said, a lot of your clients are going to be busy. They don't have time to look up all the trending hashtags and keywords, but they want their brand in front of people so that they can get clients. So that's where you come in at. So we'll show you different methods and strategies for doing that to serve not only yourself, but your client. Metrics and reports. We show you how to read metrics and reports and to offer that as a service for your client. Because when you're doing social media management, a lot of people don't know that metrics and report is a whole nother service, and it should be charged as that, because you're doing some little detailed, tedious things and getting their numbers. This is going to tell them when is the best time to post and who they're reaching, who's looking at their stuff, what age group, all of that. You'll get all of that from the metrics and reports. Profile optimization. We're going to show you how to optimize your profile so that you can optimize your clients' profiles. A lot of people don't know it's certain keywords and taglines and things that you should have in on your social media platforms to put you in front of more people. That's any of them, whether it's Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook. There are certain ways to set those up when you're a business owner, a freelancer, a VA, so that you can attract your ideal client. Caption copywriting, pricing your services and packaging your services. Again, in our mentorship program, we sit down with you, we list out your services, we help you package your services or whichever pricing tier you want to use. We help you create that and add that into your portfolio. We also show you how to use the platforms and tools that you will use for social media management. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of those. We also show you how to find leads on those platforms, clients. We show you how to use Tailwind and Buffer. Those are platforms that's commonly used in social media management, Pinterest especially. We will audit and optimize your social media platforms for hands-on experience with the services that you will be offering your clients. Everything that we do with you will be a service that you can offer to a client, which will give you the opportunity to generate more revenue. Additional services that we offer with only the group coaching is creating your package and your services. And again, social media management is definitely a high-end service. So we will help you present that as such to get paid what you should be getting paid to manage someone's social media platforms. We will go over lead generation. We will go over contracts and invoicing. Guys, when you're a freelancer or a VA, you want to have a contract in place before you start working with your client to protect you. You want to invoice properly so that you know that you're getting paid and you're keeping track of the revenue that you're making. Additional services offered with the one-on-one coaching is we'll actually, like I said, create these packages for you, with you. We'll create these with your services, definitely create ways to show value as a social media manager so that you get paid your worth for this high-end service. We will go over lead generation. We will create your invoices and your contracts in the one-on-one. In the group coaching, we talk about them. We make have you become familiar with them. But in the one-on-one, we actually sit with you, create these contracts, create these invoices. We help you create your CVs, resumes, and portfolios that's appealing to the ideal client that you're trying to land. We will apply to job opportunities together and find ways to show value first when applying to these opportunities. And as a bonus, we will provide templates for client outreach in all of your situations. And this is our mentorship program. So our mentorship program, and we're adding things every day because people are on different, like I said, they are in different places of their journey. So wherever we can provide support to get the best out of your VA or freelance career, that is what we're going to do. This is just an overview. You may not need this part. We will sit down and figure out what it is that you need to land a client, and we will do that with you. So, do we have any questions yet, ladies and gentlemen?
Ladies, you can ask now. This is your chance.
So, I try, it's so many different things when you're starting out. There's so many different emotions that's going through your head. But guys, listen, honestly, you're gonna really wanna push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You're gonna wanna practice. Use your phone. Use your phone and make videos just for practice to start getting comfortable. This is, everything is up to you now. You're a freelancer, you're a VA. So everything that when you went to work for somebody, all the marketing was done, all the lead generation was done, and all of that. Now you are in charge of that. You have to create your leads. You have to put your business in front of people. You have to make people aware of the services that you provide and find ways to get them to choose you, to know that they can trust you. So you have to come up with these strategies. That's why I say, please be comfortable. Whatever questions you need answered, let's get them answered. When you're outreaching a client and you're using a CV or resume, again, try to make it personal or personable to the client that you're applying to. List those skills for the service that you're going to provide for that client. A lot of times when you send a resume to clients, in my experience, they open the resume, they look at the skills section first. Even though that might be at the end, it may be at the middle, wherever you got your skills listed. But 90% of the time, that's where they go first, because they want to see, do you have the skills that they need to solve their problem? And that depicts if they're going to read the rest of your resume. When you're doing this resume or CV, I would include 4 things. The objective, meaning you're telling them the problem that you solve. Contact info, meaning you're providing ways for them to get in touch with you. Your work experience that is relevant to the service that you're going to provide to them. And your skills that is relevant to the service that you're going to provide to them. Just for my new VAs and freelancers, you can use this phrase to help you create a nice objective to start out. Fill in the blanks. I am Tori. I provide virtual assistant support for small business owners so they can focus on their field of expertise, or so they can save time, or something like that. But This is just a little fill in the blank to help you get those creative juices flowing. I like to provide templates like that to help you out a little bit, because sometimes you just need an example of what they're looking for or what to do, and then you can actually make it your own. So this is a nice way to start your objective for your resume or your CV. And this is also a nice way to introduce yourself when you're new to people, in Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups, wherever your client outreaching at. This is a nice way to do that as well with this simple little couple sentences. Let's see. Also show you guys a quick tip in searching in Facebook groups. So let's go to a group. Let's see. Jesus. I'm gonna go to, so let's go to this group because I know they got job ops. So Savvy System Community is one of the courses I took in the beginning of my journey with Abby Ashley. She is amazing. She's quite expensive, but she's amazing. But I took it in the beginning of my journey with her. So I'm sorry, guys. When you go to these groups, you're gonna go to the search and use keywords like job op. I usually do most recent so that I can look through and see the most recent job ops, go through and just see if it's something that you can do or something that interests you. So let's see. Let's see what this is. So this person, approximate hours per month, they would need 2 blog posts per month and on special occasions. So you just go through, see what they need, see how you can service them, how you can help them. I would not answer in the post that, hey, I do virtual assistant if it is not a specific job op. When it got information like this, straight to the email, start finding ways to show value and pitch. This is your first impression. And when they give this much information, they want you to contact them. They're giving their email. So you're able to go to their website, learn about these people, see who they are, look them up, see if they got a Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? See if they got other social media platforms. Look at all of their stuff. Look at their posting styles. And since she had a blog, she had blog posts, I would go read a couple of her blogs just to see what her writing style is like. And I would show value by sending her a couple of blog titles or send her an example of you outlining her blog or something like that. It's so many ways to show value first when you're pitching a client. And we actually have a guide that you can download in the group if you need some examples on showing value first as well. Also, if you ladies could get us your email addresses, because I would like to send you a guide of ways to find clients on social media and ways to find social media clients, those clients that need social media management. I've listed out quite a few ways, and I want to break it down a little bit pertaining to your areas. That's why I asked for your email so I can break down the ways pertaining to your area. So I'm not sending you a bunch of stuff that you can't use. I want to make sure the information that I provide for you, you're going to be able to benefit from. So, are there any questions yet? As of now, did I miss anything? Well, ladies, listen, I'm excited to really be on this journey with you guys, and especially for my new VAs. And I'm only calling you new VAs because you're new to delivering your services this way. But honestly, you got skills and you worked before, you're an experienced new VA. Let's put it like that. Because the first step into building confidence is knowing that, you know, you're capable. You're not new. You're just new in how you're delivering your services now. If you've ever had a job and you've ever worked before and you gained skills, that was experience that you gathered along the way, which makes you have experience. I really, truly want you guys to push yourself outside your comfort zone, because that's what's going to get clients. You have to do something different than what the hundreds of thousands of other people are doing, because you're not the only one that's doing client outreach. You're not the only one that's trying to land a client. So know that there are other people that's reaching out to these people that are putting job ops out. You just want to make sure that you are the one they choose. So you do not have to be the first person in the door. You just have to be the best. Hi, Tori. Do you have a team? Do you have a team of VAs for a client that we can join? So I do have a team, but I don't have a team that you can join. I've already chose my team, guys, but that's why we offer mentorship, so that we could still provide support for you to land that client. And if there is anyone that is interested in the mentorship, like I said, it's one-on-one or group, we truly walk with you step by step, hand in hand, wherever you are at in your journey. That's where we provide the support to land your client. And we work with these sessions. It is a one-time payment, but these sessions are ongoing until you land a client. So we make sure that you land a client. So whatever it is that you need to do, we support you in that. Whether you need to create your Facebook business page, your portfolio, whatever it is, we support you in that. We provide assistance with that. And we do that until you land your first or next client. So we do have a mentorship. We don't have a team that you can join, but you definitely can reach out about the mentorship if you need more information on that. So guys, I appreciate, you guys joining us in this masterclass. If there is anything that you guys want to know, or you want to see a webinar on specifically, or you want a training on specifically, definitely provide those suggestions in the group and we'll make that happen. Because again, our goal is to grow with you guys and to support you in your journey. Make sure you get clients and start growing to 6 figures. That's the name of the group, growing to 6 figures. That's what we want to do. Can we put you as our reference on our CE? Well, if you attended any of our trainings or webinars, if I know something about you, yes. If you've spoke with me, you've done a mentorship, and I can truly be a reference if somebody reach out to me, yes, you definitely can. But of course, I would have to know you so I would know who, if somebody do reach out, who they're speaking
Yeah.
on, So definitely, if you take any of the trainings or the mentorship, you definitely can use me as a reference. Hi, Tori, in building your email list, aside from the social media groups, can you suggest some tools or software that we can use to find clients? Okay, so opt-ins, freebies is like the number one thing to when you're building a email list. Any type of guide or so I say opt-ins, freebies for your service that you're providing. Even if you're just giving suggestions. So think of something that your ideal client could be useful for your ideal client, whether it's organization tips or whatever, whoever your ideal client is. If you can think of something that could be of some value that would make them feel comfortable with giving you their email address so that they can download this guide, that is definitely a good marketing strategy, because once you have those email addresses, you can market to your potential client with your newsletters, or if you're just sending out informational emails and suggestions. So it's all about value again, guys. It's showing value, getting that person to trust you and believing that you know what you're talking about. So you have to create something to be able to give in order to receive, if that makes sense. Did that answer your question? It's a lot of different ways. You could create a blog yourself. You could create a podcast to build your email list. Like building an email list, you creating ways to show value so that a person will feel comfortable with giving you their email address. I'm glad that helped. And guys, when you're a freelancer VA, email list is important. I always say start building your email list from the beginning. Even if you don't know why you would need an email list, when you would need an email list, because I guarantee you, as you go on in your journey and you're doing different things, you're going to realize you needed that email list, because your email list is a bunch of potential clients. Those are leads. Those are people that you want to provide a service to. So even if people are not taking your service, but they agreed to be on your email list because they downloaded some guide or they just gave you their email list, you can continue to communicate with them so that they can get to know you through newsletters or just sending out, again, informational emails on your brand and what you're doing now. Even if you add new services to your packages, send it out to your email list. You never know. So definitely email list is a great marketing tool with lead generation. It is a process in using an email list. Email marketing is a process, but it's definitely beneficial. Definitely beneficial. You never know. You may want to grow as you go on your journey. You may want to be a coach. You may want to start creating courses. I'm telling you, you're going to find so many different interests when you work with so many different people that you didn't even know interest you, that you want to take part in on this journey. I can guarantee you that for a fact. That started as a general VA. And in the beginning, all I offered was data entry, email and calendar management, booking, hotel and travel arrangements, and customer service is what I offered. And as I start working with different clients, I grew interest for so many different things that I never thought I would get into, like podcasting. I never in a million years thought I would get into podcasting, but I start working with a couple different podcasters, and I really liked, the the talent, I mean, the skill, the craft. I like podcasting and just the setup and interviewing, just being able to deliver information across the wide audience and helping people in that way as well. With we have a podcast that we give business strategies and tips, and we talk to different business owners that share their stories and their journeys and different things that worked for them and didn't work for them. And it's really helpful to hear other people's testimonies, especially if you feel like you're going through a thing or you're at a part of your business that you just don't understand. And when you can hear somebody else's story that's been where you're at now, it really gives you a lot of motivation. And it also will give you a different way to look at different things that you're already doing, that you can create more strategies for yourself. So yeah, you guys will see this is definitely one of those opportunities that will create multiple opportunities. And there is so many different ways to generate revenue as a freelancer or a VA that people do not really think about. So it's definitely a great opportunity. And the bonus is you still get that family time and you get to really do things how you want to do them. And you dictate your flow, you dictate your finances, you dictate your time, you know, so it's definitely a great opportunity. So guys, for all of you that would like a copy of the guide, finding social media clients, make sure that I get your email addresses. Actually, if I will also post a link for it in the group, so keep an eye on that too. By the end of my day today, I will have that posted so that you can download and have that guide. Hi, Tori. I've got no questions. Sorry. I'm an inspiring freelancer with little to no skills at all, but want you to know that all these info and tips you shared really created a spark in my heart, and I will definitely use all the free tips I started tips in my journey. Oh, great. That is amazing. And that's the goal, guys. Seriously. And I'm happy. You are so welcome. You know, I'm happy it created a spark. That's the purpose, because support is big. And if you can find support, you can find a group of people that's going to support you. You will be amazed at the things that it will allow you to do and how it'll allow you to push yourself outside your comfort zone. I always tell my children, you are your environment. You will become your atmosphere. So if you want a six-figure business, you better get with people that got six-figure businesses. You know, whatever it is that you want for yourself, you need to surround yourself with that, because you do become your atmosphere with a little hard work and persistence, for sure. Well, guys, thank you for joining this masterclass. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. We do have more to come, so keep an eye out on that. Again, definitely, if you guys you're just starting and you want to land that client, think about the mentorship. Always a good idea to invest in yourself, whether it's time, whether it's money. Invest in yourself so that you can grow, seriously. And it's always good to have a mentor or coach. Like I said, I got one myself. But yeah, keep an eye on the group, post your questions in the group. We'll all answer if we see them. And yeah, thanks. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Hold on, everyone. Can you please open your camera so we can have a picture?
Okay, ladies, let's get a picture, please.
Please,
can we
everyone.
open our cameras? Thank you.
There you go. Okay, everyone. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Truly appreciate
Thank you for the tips.
Oh, no problem. No
Mentor.
problem. Looking forward to working with all you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody leaving. Give me 3 minutes, Jam. Gotta just say.
Thank you, Cindy. Yan, apat. Ayan, okay na tayo. Bakit ganyan yung mga picture ko? Ang pangit ng mga kuha. Pangit ng mga kuha ng picture ko. Ano ba yan?
Ano ka ba? Kinabahan ka ba?
Hindi. Ba't ganun? Ang pangit
Screenshot
ng
mo
mga
dapat din.
ini-screenshot ko. Nakapangit nung view ko na nagawa ko. I-edit ko na lang yan.
Oo nga.
Kung
Tawa ka dyan,
open
Maraya.
cam,
Okay, open your
cam ka
comment.
na.
Kaya nga, open cam. Oh, ano naman to?
Yung mag-open cam ka pag bumalik si kausapin niya kayo.
Tataya, kanina natataya ko.